I think we have the technology and we have the ability to build these types of systems. I've built some really powerful agentic systems. I just think it has to become mainstream. People are still very much afraid of AI, and I look at AI as an inspiration. I've heard people say AI is going to replace programming, and I say to that, no, it's not going to replace programming. It's going to replace probably the way we program, but it's not going to replace programming. I started out 45 years ago. One of my first languages was machine assembly, down to the core low level. I even seen as people were going into higher level languages, people would still break down and decompile code because they didn't trust the high level languages. It's just another layer of tools over top. And it's like the open source revolution that happened in the 90s and early 2000s, where we started to use more packages for everything. That was even scorned at earliest innovations, right? People were afraid of you being open source and all these other tools and packages because they wanted to be able to control these systems. But there's so many things now that you're using packages for stuff for almost every programming language. It's another one of those layers, right? And it becomes a thing you don't have to think about. So it's not going to replace programming, but it certainly is going to change how we program.
Yeah. And there is occasionally a story about how Node.js package pulls in half of the internet, including 5 different types of malware, obviously. But overall, it's propelled us at a speed that would be just not possible without it. That always reminds me, like 20 years ago, when you would tell your kids never go into a car with strangers. And now you tell them, yeah, just go and get an Uber. It's like a similar thing.